Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, and I'm here for the last weekly of this week, January 12th to the 18th, 2020. And it is for air, which includes Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I am just going to jump into it. And the first card I pulled was Seek the Lesson. And that is something that I have noticed a lot of people are doing recently. They're actually going out and looking for the lessons, and it's kind of intriguing because mostly people have run from lessons in the past, but now they're saying, "Oh yeah, I recognize this. I'm going to deal with it now before it becomes big." So seek the lesson, make it small. The first card for air is Seven of Pentacles, and it's putting in the effort. You're going to reap the rewards. Now, does that, as a base card, that's a really good card, but it also suggests that this is going to be a week where we are going to have to put in the effort. And the top card, the card that tops it, is the King of Pentacles. And this is a card of letting you know you need to know what you want this week. Set your priorities, and be confident that you're going to receive them. And it's the confidence. You might not know how we're going to get there, but know that you're going to arrive. That kind of energy. So what's behind us is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, well, that's pretty much an air thing, right? Not satisfied with what you have. You know there's something better and you want to reach out and find it. And is that good or bad? I think it's okay, because as long as you're striving for something more, it is a positive, because without striving, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to arrive anywhere. So next card is Six of Swords. And it suggests that we're going to get what we want very soon. And again, this is for this week. It's not for a lifetime. So this week, things are going to be on track, but you're going to have to work for it. And what are we looking for? What we're always looking for, to bring ourselves back into wholeness, to completeness. This is the Six of Pentacles. And you want to be complete. We want to be whole in ourselves, because it's the parts of us that are hurting or are hidden from ourselves that can trip us up. But as soon as we are whole, very little can trip us up. So a little later in the week, we get to figure out what we want. And this is where you want to be confident and secure, unsure of yourself. So you can dream dark and dismal if you've put yourself into depression, or you can dream big, huge. So I saw this show once, and in the show, the guy says to the boy, if you aim for the spot you want, then it's likely that the ball is going to hit below. But if you aim higher than what you want, the chances are stronger that you're going to hit it right on the nose. So, and in the story, he says, aim for the moon. And that's what I'm telling you to do. Aim for the moon. Aim high. And if you don't get the moon, it's not a big deal, as long as you're getting further ahead and you're getting closer to what you want. So what will the week hold for us in support, or it's extra? They've got the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is all about using your intuition, being strong in your intuition, being confident. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in one sweep. Be confident. This is a week of being confident and sure of yourself, and presenting your face to the world as, yeah, this is me. I know who I am. And yes, I still have burdocks in my hair, but I'm confident. I know where I'm going. You will also want to watch out because this is the Seven of Swords. This is somebody trying to pull something off behind your back. You're well aware of who and what it is. It's how they do it. Be aware of it, and you may or may not have to deal with it. And the card that comes right after it is the Star and the Goddess. And the Goddess usually has your back. And in this case, I think even though somebody will possibly try to do something underhanded, you have the support of the Goddess or the universe. The universe is there supporting you. It's the feminine aspect, not the masculine aspect. But the feminine aspect has been very powerful the last couple weeks, more so than average. But at the same time, we also have the King of Pentacles in our spread, which is the male aspect. So there is a balance. So go with it, remain balanced, and don't panic. Don't go into denial. Don't go into he said, she said. Just say, okay, this is what's happening. How do I deal with it? Deal with it. Don't own it. And don't go, oh, they're trying to hurt me. Who cares? Nobody cares. Not even you. You should not care. So seek the lesson this week. And that is all we read about, was seeking the lesson, basically. And then the last card is very, very appropriate. It says, observe in silence. So the more you watch, the more you are aware of what's happening, the more you can understand and handle the lesson quickly. And honest to God, it is a lesson. It's not oh, he done me wrong. Okay. It is, you learn what did I learn from this? Observe. Okay. With that, I am done. And have you got a question there, Elle?
Mm-hmm. Did you want to go through the spiel, or?
Oh, sure. So I'm going to try and do 4 days rather than 2 days of weeklies because, well, they take a lot out of me for one thing. And when I do 2, it just sort of, my day is done. So we're going to start, we're either going to start Wednesday and finish Saturday, or we're going to start Thursday and finish Sunday. I don't know. First come, first serve. Please don't spam. I do reserve the right to choose what questions I will answer. And some of them are simply, I don't want to answer because they're personal and they should be dealt with on a personal level. Others are just, you've heard me before. What else? A super chat is enabled. If you choose to use super chat, please put your question with the super chat, so otherwise we'll lose it. There's only one of us, and it's not me reading through this, so occasionally we are going to jump accidentally and miss somebody. Sometimes your question does not appear on our page, and my daughter does the best she can, and she will go back and reread it when she knows there's a mistake. We've lost you or something. It's not done on purpose ever, unless she wrote something really nasty, and then she's not. Hey, you can't blame her then, can you? So with that, yes, I went through my spiel.
All right. Kimberly C. starts us off with, is Maria still interested in me? Hello, by the way.
Maria. I think at the moment her attention has been drawn away. It doesn't mean that in the future she might not be drawn back, but I think there was something that came that was a little bit closer and easier to attain. So If you're waiting, go out and go out and do other things, have fun, enjoy your life. Waiting is not one of the things I recommend for anybody. Always live your life fully at any given time, and don't wait around. Okay.
Yasmin Fox asks, "Hey, what is the karmic lesson regarding my family? Any advice?"
Family is, without a doubt, the absolute last thing we learn. Yeah, family is always hardest, and I know this from experience. It took me a long time, and mostly I've got it, but it took me a long time. Your family. Okay, what your guides are telling me is that to learn to love without expectations. They are going to be who they are, and you cannot change that. So just love them as they are. Don't necessarily buy into their stuff. I mean, don't necessarily, just because they say something, just because they demand something, doesn't mean you owe them. So you love them. You don't give them more than they deserve. And that I think is part of the lesson. Is to not do more for them just because they're family. And also the love is a big important part. Continue to love them as they are, because the answer to everything is love, right? But yeah, I hope that's clear enough, because the love part keeps coming back over and over again, along with you don't owe them more than you choose to give. And that's very important. Don't owe them more than you choose to give. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Mary L asks, "Can you please describe what the picture looks like? The one you told me that my ex has in a photo frame of us."
Well, just for what I can see, and I see things metaphysically rather than necessarily clearly the way you're wanting it. It just appears to be a picture of the two of you, and he is standing taller, and you're so he's here, you're here, sort of thing. And that's basically all I'm getting. I'm sorry. I don't necessarily see things as the way they are in the physical, but it is from a time when the both of you were happy together.
Lily Guild asks, I'm turning 18 this month. I have high functioning autism.
My granddaughter's like that.
I am wondering if my mom is going to try and take all my rights away and take guardianship over me when I am 18. Any advice?
I would, if you can, I would go to a lawyer and find out what your rights are, because I have a feeling you're quite competent. And give me your address. I make something because I've run into it a few times. I have a granddaughter, right, who's high functioning autistic, and but I do make. I don't think I have any here.
I can grab.
It looks a lot like this actually, but they're designed specifically for people with problems, attention problems. I made it for my granddaughter. I made it for another young man who's autistic. My feedback is it's helped. It keeps people calm and relaxed.
There's 3. Ow.
So they're just things like this. I mean, they're little pretty things. They can be used by anyone who has stress. Now you just pop them into your purse, your pocket. You can even make them into jewelry.
Yeah. Or keychains, if you prefer keychains.
They're a little small for keychains, but we can do that.
I mean, they can be like for a mail key.
See, yeah. So and I usually try to give out half a dozen, so you can keep them close by, or you lose one, you've got another one. Send me your address, and I will try and pop you out a few. I'm not because I try to make them all the time, but they are designed specifically to help people who are like that. I do feel your fears may be right. I would, if you have any kind of communications with your mom, I would sit down and ask her what her intentions are, and ask her to please give you a chance to live your own life, because, well, my feeling is that you're very capable of living and dealing with with your situation. And I could be 100% wrong, and I hope I am 100% wrong. But at this point, it is something your mother has considered. And tell her that you're willing to give her 2 more years as under her guidance, and then you're going to ask to be set to do your own thing, because 18, 19, 20, and 2021, you probably are going to be fine to live on your own and make your own decisions. But it wouldn't hurt you to stay home for a little bit longer.
Or at least stay with people that you trust. She also added that her mom is mentally abusive, so.
Oh, okay. Then I see you do want to get out of there. And okay, that makes it harder. I would definitely, if you can, talk to a paralegal or something about getting rights, your own rights. Go to the police station and ask them. They should actually be able to give you help, guidance. I recommend it, actually, that you go talk to somebody who can help you.
Though, and I could be wrong, and it could be different laws compared to what they show on TV.
Or Canada.
But I do believe, unless you are a mental danger to yourself and others, she has no right to claim guardianship over your health care.
It's not health care, it'd be her whole life.
Yeah. So I think regardless of what she tries, and again, I could be
She
wrong.
might have to prove it too, and that's what. So go find out, and send me your address. I'll send.
Obviously not on a public forum.
No, not in the public
Message her
forum.
or email her.
I never even thought about that. Sometimes I'm obtuse. See, I grew up with myself. I'm dyslexic, and my daughters have some of them are borderline autistic, and we know what it's all. We lived it. We understand it, and and being capable or not capable. It's something you can learn regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So don't think that you can't do this. You can do this, but being 18, it's a little bit difficult.
But yeah, find your rights, and
also remember, whether it feels like it or not, it's actually a gift. The dyslexia, the autism, it's who we are becoming, and you're just, you got there a little bit earlier in life than what another 40 years you'd be normal, let's put it that way. So, and another 40 years things will have shifted and changed so much that what you're dealing with is just another accepted part of society. Okay.
But yeah, find out your rights. And Lily, if you can live with your siblings, go there.
If you can't, makes it difficult.
It does, but I mean, if you can, if they're willing, if they're able, go there. Especially if they understand
the situation.
But yeah, find out your rights. And just because your mother says that the state is on her side doesn't mean that it actually is.
I have a feeling your mother says things just to win.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily true.
The truth. That got heavy.
Mm-hmm. But anyhow, don't forget, send me your address. Well, message me, Eliz-sha Keating, on my personal messenger,
Facebook.
please.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are open. They do appear to work.
Then go to your brother. And Lala A asks, Bedelia told me the police are tracking my phone. Is it true?
Every time I hear that name, Bedelia, I think of Bedelia. Yeah. I'm sorry, that was one of our favorite books when my kids were growing up.
Let's hit the road.
So she goes out and beats the road.
And starts hitting the road.
Yeah. I think Amelia likes to.
Bedelia.
Oh, Bedelia. I think Bedelia is a bit of a con artist. I think that she likes to scare people, and she likes to create havoc, and she is having fun creating havoc. If I were you, I would, easily enough fix. Change your phone number and change your phone, and put it under a slightly different name if you don't trust. And honestly, everybody in the world who has a phone is being tracked right now. Mm-hmm. And so she's not lying, but she's full of it. Pardon my English.
She's not lying, but you're also not a priority.
Basically, what my daughter said.
Because, I mean, if you were born in a hospital system, you're on the radar.
Yep.
There's no way around it.
Yeah, you've got a birth certificate. Government owns you.
ID, credit cards, debit cards, etc., etc., etc. You are not untouchable.
They all know you.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Just don't talk about illegal shit.
Yeah. And don't use keywords
Yeah.
like Trump.
Mm. All right. Where are we? Karen McClay says, "Good morning, everyone. Hope you are all well."
Good morning.
Well, for us, it's afternoon.
Yeah, it is. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Megan McCarthy asks, "Hello, lovelies. I was wondering if I should have my birthday dinner with my family or not. I'm nervous about it. I'm going back and forth."
Well, have 2 birthday parties. That's what we do. In our family, we have, well, when my kids were little, they had a week-long birthday. They had a family birthday. They had a friend birthday. They had a school birthday. We just had lots of fun with birthdays. And honestly, birthdays are not all they're cracked up to be.
No.
Because you have one every year anyhow. So have 2. Have one for yourself. Have one with your family. And one with people you choose to be with.
Mm.
And more than anything, don't own what your family says. Because as I said earlier, families are the last bastion of our resistance to growth.
Jenny Jones asks, "Hello, ladies. Do I need a new car or is my current one okay?"
Probably a mechanic would give you a more accurate answer. But you're going to need a new car. I don't think you need it for a few months. I think you have time to do some research and look around. And yeah, in with the new right now, isn't it? But I don't think your car's going to last too much longer. That's true. Doesn't make it happy. Doesn't make you happy, I'm sure, because we're facing the same thing. We have 2 cars, but we need 2 cars because we're 3 adults and jobs, etc. When we're thinking, do we need another car or not? And hopefully we don't.
At least not anytime soon.
But not too soon. But at the same time, damn thing is costing us a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel that it is coming, but I think you have time. Hopefully I'm right.
Jennifer Schweb asks, "My uncle Timmy lost his leg a few years ago. He has been calling me depressed with how he is made to feel by his family. Is he going to get better, or is there advice from spirit that can help?"
His family isn't very, very supportive. I would suggest that I suppose he doesn't have a choice, but I would suggest that he find another place. Find another place if he can to live, and that's probably not possible. But I don't see his family. I don't honestly see his family being mature in this subject. And yeah, I don't see them growing up and being more mature, but he doesn't deserve what's happening to him either. If he's old enough to move into a place, it might be that is that might be the answer, is that he should move out into a place where they are more supportive for people who have other, because having lost your leg is not a big deal. Oh, it is a big deal, but I mean, it's not, it shouldn't be treated like he's a pariah either. So, I don't know. I don't have any spiritual advice for him. If he can move out, that would be his best advice.
Yeah, I can't think of anything either.
Yeah, sometimes people just need to grow up, and I don't see that happening.
No. Karen McClay asks, I had a freaky, bizarre day of synchronicities. Is there more like that coming for me?
Yes.
It's called life.
No, it's called being on the spiritual path.
Well, I mean, that is kind of a way of life for some people.
Well, for most people who were on here, it probably is, yeah.
So it's called life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say.
Yeah.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
S. Starzy asks, "Hi Eliz-sha, do you see a new love partner in my future? Thank you."
Okay, hang on. Yes, I do. And what's interesting about this is it's not going to come out of it's not going to be something you're expecting. It's going to be, oh my God, where did he come from? Kind of energy. And you're going to be, I did not expect that. So pay attention, not to what you expect, but to what you don't expect. And it should be fun. Look at it and enjoy it. It should be fun. Okay.
You ready for the next?
I'm ready for the next.
Tay asks, "Is there anything important in the near future I should know about?"
So your guides are still being mischievous. Something is coming up. They're not going to let me know.
Yeah, all I heard was singing spoilers.
So they're basically not going to let me know what's happening. And I don't know what it is with your guides, honest to God, but they take great deal of pleasure in saying, "Got to figure it out yourself." So maybe get a deck of cards and see if you can pull it up that way. Because honest, they seem to take a great deal of pleasure. They really do. And saying, "You can figure that this one's up to you." They're really giving you a hard time, and they're really pushing you to learn fast. I think it has something to do with where you're headed to, what you're expected to be doing. And I suspect they're pushing you because they want you to be ready faster than you think you're going to be, than you want to be or should be. Okay, so just be aware that you're that things are switching and changing for you, and they're grooming you, and they're not very nice about it, quite frankly. But it's for your own good. if that helps at all. It's for your, it is for your own good that they are not giving you, well, it feels like you're not being supported, but it is. You're being supported a great deal because you have something to do, and really it seems to be rather important. So chin up. And they said I told you too much. Too bad.
Dahlia G asks, what intentions does MV, the woman I'm living with, have with me?
So MV is the woman she's living with. I don't think that I don't honestly, her energy is kind of, her energy's, I don't care for her energy personally, let's put it that way. So if you think that there's something going on there, just make sure that it's something you can live with, because I don't think the woman is as honorable as you would like her to be. In fact, I'm pretty certain her energy is not straightforward. It is not necessarily what you see is not what you get with this woman. So I would be very careful. I would be very careful. I would be really careful. Okay, I'm not going to go any farther than that.
Okay. AP asks, hey Eliz-sha and Elle, what will Joe think of me when we meet later this year? Thank you.
Joe. I think Joe is going to be very, very pleased with what he sees, honestly. At least that's what I'm getting. That he looks happy. He looks happy to see you and looks happy with the way you look. And he just appears that he's enjoying he enjoys what he sees and enjoys what he's hearing from you. He seems surprised, a little bit surprised, but happy for you. Okay.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Georgina Q asks, why was Anna, my bus driver, so interested in knowing about me and my family? Our personal lives.
I think it started out simply as a curiosity, and she just seems to be interested at first. I'm not 100% sure that's where it's ending. I wouldn't tell her anymore. But at this time, it's more of a curiosity than anything else. Did you get anything? And some people are just interested in other people's lives, but I wouldn't tell her anything more.
Emily Aquine asks, "Hey, Eliz-sha and Elle, should I trust the Pisces and allow him into my life?"
That should actually come from your own inner being. If you're asking this question, you have what's the word? You have reservations. And it's always wise to listen to the reservations. And I'm going to ask you, do you remember the first 30 seconds that you met him, or the Pisces? And what was your initial energy? Did you like him? Did you go, oh, he's a bit eh? If you got, for the first 30 seconds, you got he was a little bit sketchy, then that's your answer. First 30 seconds you meet people, you see them clearly, and that's what you should pay attention to. Can let him into your life, but do so very slowly. Don't do things quickly. Don't trust completely. It can be always very nice and very sweet, but trusting, not necessarily always the best thing to do. And I just, the reason I'm saying that is not to stop you from going forward, but to check and make sure that what you're getting is what you want. Okay? That was long and drawn out, wasn't it?
A little bit. Tatiana Bond asks, "What does Jay want to tell me right now?"
Basically, he wants to tell you to make sure that you're living your life completely, and don't stop living your life. Be, what's the word? Be always live your life to the fullest, and that's what he would like you to know. And honestly, you tell that to everybody. Everybody should live their life fully, regardless of where they are in life. You don't, you live yourself, live as joyfully as possible at all times, regardless of the circumstances. Okay.
Miriam Rashid asks, "Hello, I was wondering if there's any messages from my spirit guides."
Basically, they seem to be very pleased with you. I think this is basically the same. I think I told you this last time too. Actually, they're very pleased with you, and they're pleased with what you're doing with yourself, and anything else. They just say keep up the good work. So whatever you're doing, it's working. It's working well for them, well for you, and they're pleased for you. They do suggest that there's something coming in the near future which will hold your attention for a while. but if you don't own it, it will go away quickly. And they're not telling me what what it is or something, but they just it doesn't appear to be a big thing unless you own it. So don't own anything that's coming your way in the near future.
Megan McCarthy says, I see. Okay, thank you so much. Gem TG asks, hi, I have one last chance to take the law exam in Washington State. If I decide to take it this year, will I pass? FYI, once you fail 5 times, you have to wait 5 years to take it again.
I would stay. If you can do a little bit more studying before you take this exam, I think it would probably be to your benefit. And at the same time, go to another state and find one that has a little less. The rules are a little less stringent. Like Washington's tough, I guess. California is outrageous. What I'm suggesting is that you take the bar exam in another place, because in another place you have a better chance. And that also, once you're practiced for a little bit, it will make more sense to you, and you will be able to pass with no problem. This time I have a feeling may not go like you want. And no, I know you don't want to live somewhere else, but it seems that your knowledge is a little because you haven't actually had a chance to work the system. You that's where your downfall is. So if you can find a place where you can work, where you can pass the exam and an easier bar exam first, work there for a little while, then come back and take the exam. You just need, that's all that you need, is to put it into practice so that you can, well, then you probably do ace this one, because it's the practical knowledge. That's it. It's the practical knowledge you're missing. Sorry, all that for just that sentence.
Sometimes you just need to ramble before you get the words.
Yeah, I know. And all I needed to say was practical.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Jenny Jones says, okay, thank you so much. Mellow Yellow sends a flower and a wave.
Hi, Mellow.
Acel asks, hello, will I meet my true love this year? Define true love.
Yeah. True love is something you work your butt off for. Will you meet somebody this year that is the potential to be a true love? I get a yes. Yes, you will. It's a very strong potential. But it's only a potential. It's only a potential until you put the effort in. But yeah, the potential is there that you can meet somebody you're willing to put the effort in. Okay. Go ahead.
Catherine McClay says, loving it. Jennifer Schwebb says, thank you. I was afraid of that. That it wouldn't get any better for him. He's not perfect, but they blame him for everything. I worry about his mental health under those conditions. I'll be supportive.
Yeah, I don't think him moving in with you is a good idea either. So don't go there. But I do think if he can move out, it would be better for him. And it might be that he needs a home, a group home where they're self-sufficient, but they have people who are supportive as well, if that makes sense.
Positive for Life says, "Hi, may I ask if Lucas going to get to know me? He kept looking at my profile, so I decided to message him. LOL, thanks."
Lucas, I think he might. I think he might reach out to you. Yes, get to know you. I think you two of you have a fair amount in common, and it may. But the first 3 weeks will tell, and after that, you may move. You may say, "Yeah, nope," or you may be very interested in each other. I think this is a do or die situation. It's either a yes or a no. Okay.
Tay says, "That's okay. I don't mind surprises as long as they're good. I actually have 2 decks, so I'll put them to use. Thank you."
Yeah, I think that what they were trying to tell me, or they told me, said too much, was that you've got something to do. You contracted to do it, and they actually sped up the time a little bit because things are shifting and changing on Earth a little faster than anticipated in the area you're going to be working in, and you just have a job to do. That's all.
AP says, "Thank you." Lily Dulo
Hi, Lily.
asks, "Hello, ladies. How are you? I will ask for my man. He is Gemini. Are his energies getting cleared? Are the energies getting clearer to him? He suffers from confusion a lot. Thanks."
I don't. He should be. I mean, he spends time with you. He should be. But I think he's so used to being in that energy that it's become a bit of a habit. So I don't know if you can point out when he's falling back into habit, or when he's when it's real, because sometimes he's so habitually in that state that he doesn't even think it through. So good luck. I think he has the potential to come out of it. Should have the potential to come out of it, but like I said, it's just a habit with him now. Good luck.
Yvette Grajeda, I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, asks, "I'm with a Cancer, and I'm wondering if he's good for me. We never agree on anything, and I don't trust him."
The answer is right there. You don't trust him. And I also got very strong no. So Cancers can be very wonderful people if they're mature. If they're not mature, then you good luck on that sort of thing. And my mother was a Cancer. She was an awesome human being.
Yeah.
Yet I've had other people say that Cancers can be very hard to live with.
And also, my grandmother was born in 100 years ago, 101 years this year.
She's not alive.
She's not alive, but like she also grew up in a different era, is what I was meaning. So her life was anyhow. She was an awesome lady.
But she was mature. She was also fairly mature when it came to being a human being.
Debbie says, hello, Elisha and Elle and everyone. Happy New Year to all.
Happy New Year.
Tatiana Bond says, so beautiful. Thank you. Miriam Rushed says, thank you. Princess Nee asks, hi there. May I please ask if you think I will be fluent in the language I am learning this year? Live in the culture of the language you are learning, and then you will be fluent.
Yes, learn the street slang. You can be. It will take a little while. But if you have to take a proficiency test eventually, you will be fine in it.
Doreen 888 says, hello, will I be all right? I'm beat with health problems. Or will I beat my health problems? I think is what she means.
Yeah. So right now I feel your energy really low and you're feeling like you have no potential to endure and to go on beyond that. There's two paths. One where you said come and say, yeah, I give up. The other one where you says, F this, and you say, I am refusing to allow this to run my life. That is the one. That is the person that that is the energy you want to pursue. That lady will look and find alternative ways of dealing with the health problems. I could recommend Shackley. I've been taking Shackley for a month now, and I'm taking a powder, a protein powder, first thing in the morning, and I have felt a distinct difference in my ability to deal with situations. I have more. I got out and shoveled snow. I haven't done that for 2 years. I didn't do a lot of it, but I still did it. I like to have a nap in the afternoon. I don't need it. I'm not falling asleep. There are different ways of dealing with it, nutrition and things. Highly recommend you talk to a Shackley dealer. No, I actually can't say that. I would highly recommend you talk to Kristen, who is a Shackley dealer, because I know her. I don't know the others. Kristen, I can recommend with a great deal. I can recommend easily. If you want to know a little bit about her, you go to my web page, wisdomseekers.net, and under the newsletter, Kristen has written an article. It's really good. I really enjoy it. And it should have, but I don't think it does have her email address. We are going to put up a page that will simply for people that I know and trust, where we can where it will direct you to their email page. I don't have it right now, but I can. I think we have to do a copy and paste on her thing. I recommend her, and she's passionate about what she does. Linda Johnson, who's on my site, she also is a fabulous medical intuitive, and has a lot of ideas on what to take and how to take them. I would also recommend her. No problem. If you want to know a little bit about her, you go to Wisdom Seekers Facebook page, and she has done a few videos with me. Also, Kristen has done a few videos with me. You just have to go to the archives and look for them. And they're both ladies are fabulous. I utilize both ladies.
One is Canadian based, one is Florida based.
Yeah.
Um,
But Shackley will ship in the States.
Also, just real quick on the note of the newsletter, it is now solely based on or posted on our website rather than being sent out to emails. Those of you who are subscribed to get our newsletter.
And you don't have to subscribe to the new
website.
It's just open. I never wanted to do that. It was never an option I was given. I was always told I had to have subscriptions. New webmaster don't have to have subscriptions. So you can go, you can look, you can buy. And one of these days, we're actually going to put up star stuff.
Yeah. It's just getting there.
Well, it's just getting there, getting the photograph, getting the time.
Yeah. But yes. So, yeah. Next question.
I recommend you go look at my website. It's still under construction, but it's so much better.
Yeah. Debbie asks, Eliz-sha, would you know how much longer the Australian fires will continue?
I can't answer something like that. That has a lot to do with the psyche of the world, the people in the world, and also how they are being started. I do read somewhere that there are a lot of people who actually are starting the fires along. So it has a lot to do with the psyche of the world, and it's like, for instance, up in North America, we're going through a cold snap, and it actually snowed in Texas yesterday. That has to do with this psyche of the group psyche, not, all the people in the world, are Americans in this case, refusing to look at some aspect of their life, wanting not to look at and see what's happening. So it froze in place for the time being. The fires in Australia, part of that is metaphorically the people of Australia. I know I don't actually have an answer for that, but there's something that I believe there's something that they're trying to metaphorically burn away out of their karma. It's not great, not healthy, but it is like Australia was a penal colony to begin with, the same as Quebec was a penal colony to begin with. So the karma of the penal colonies has come down to the present day, and sometimes they just have to burn that away to recreate the new genetic system that will give them freedom from that history. If that makes sense. There is a positive in the negative, basically.
But on that topic, everyone send prayers for more rain.
Yes, because we are part of the population. We are part of the solution, and the solution has to come from the higher energies rather than the lower energies, and we are of the higher energies. So for each higher energy, it is stronger than 38 of the lower energies. Okay, so it's easy for us to stand strong and proud because we are that much stronger. And this is a truth, not my truth. And I should verify that is, yes, it's my truth, but it's not my truth alone. This is something that has been studied and tested. So the higher you vibrate spiritually, the more power you have. If you go in and think, I can't do anything, then of course it's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to do anything. But if you go in and say, yeah, I can make a difference, you will make a difference. And in this case, we have to make a difference from a spiritual level rather than a physical level. Okay.
SL says thank you. Alicia asks, "Hi guys, I'm wondering if my daughter will get a scholarship to the school she wants to go to."
I feel that's a very high potential. At the same time, I'm not 100% sure she's going to want to go to that school when it comes right down to it. I feel her change of mind might occur as well. Give or take. We've been on for 105 minutes. How much longer do we have?
We have 2 more questions.
Okay, I can do 2 more questions.
Okay. So I'm just gonna go through the thank yous real quick. Tay says, "I'm looking forward to the purpose of mine. It sounds exciting."
It actually is going to be a lot easier than you think.
Positive for Life says, "LOL. Okay, we'll keep you updated." Yeah, he did respond. We both went to the same college. Thank you. S Starzy says, "Thank you so very much. Lots of love for all of us." Doreen 8888 asks or says, sorry, I'm already in touch with Linda Hart. Got some good advice indeed. Lily Dulo says, "It is in fact like an attitude. He also suffers from his unclear thoughts and attitude. It takes time to change, though he has improved.
Yep.
Thanks a lot for your energy."
And he's being that he's a male in a fairly male-dominated society, it's a little harder for him to change. At least that's what I keep feeling.
His Royal Doodliness asks, "Am I being stalked?"
I suspect you are. It feels like some young. I think I don't. I could be wrong, 100% wrong. It just feels like a young lady or a person that's interested in you, and they're doing some dumb things because of it. I don't think it's intentional. So, of course, pay attention because that's a behavior that's a little bit strange nowadays. Though I remember when I was a teenager in school watching one of my friends stalk this guy till she married him. And don't let that happen, because just because you've got a thing for somebody doesn't mean it's the right guy. She later divorced him. But I do believe, yes, you are. And when I was a kid, that was like in the 60s, so that's quite a few years ago, and it was acceptable behavior back then. Okay.
Next one.
Yeah.
Debbie says, "Okay, thank you. I will continue to pray for rain for them."
Yes, and actually go into the energies as your higher self, and see what happens. I think you've got a lot of power in there that you can use for their benefit, and I think you will. I think you'll find that. I think you'll find that. That you create a huge shift or change. Pay attention. And when you think, oh no, it couldn't be me, try, yes, it could be you. Okay.
Howard asks, "My ex keeps trying to pull me back into her life. It's a constant push, pull, then ghosting. What does she really want? I've been unclear.
I have a feeling that having her in your life is not a healthy benefit. It's not healthy for you. And I think that part of it, she's just, I don't think she's mentally completely healthy. And it is not to your benefit to go back into that relationship. But, and this is something you have to decide. I think part of it, she just doesn't like. I think I wouldn't trust her. Let's put it that way. I would just not trust her.
And again, keep in mind, she's your ex for a reason.
Yeah.
Block her number and walk away.
You're better off, unless there's children involved, you are better off letting her play her games with herself, not with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of it is games, honestly.
Are you up for 2 more questions?
Sure, but then we're quitting.
Yeah. Okay, Jakari Thomas asks, who's coming to me in a relationship? Hope you can get to me. I made it in late. Haha, sorry.
This person feels like they've got a center of calm around them. Sincere energy. A very strong, sincere energy. Sees a lot. Will not be easily manipulated or fooled. Oh, what else? If you give this person a chance, I think you could be very happy with this person. So, and it's not your typical crush, it's not who you fall for typically. So be patient. Look twice, because what you see is not necessarily what you're expecting. And I think it's very important that you look and see clearly what because it's not what you're typically going for. All right.
And lastly, Jeanette Preston asks,
hi, Jeanette.
My dad isn't doing well. I was with him in the hospital in Kamloops yesterday all day. Do you get any feelings off of him? He's home now.
Yeah, I think your father is really, really tired and not really keen on fighting too hard. If you can find a reason for him, to stay, it will probably make it easier on him. Point out the good things in his life, but I feel he's in a lot of pain a lot of the time, and he's not afraid of dying. In fact, looking at death feels to him like a reprieve. He is worried about how you feel and how him leaving would upset other people, and he might stick around. He's probably sticking around for that reason. So if you can examine how you feel and allow him to know how you feel. If you're not ready for him to go, make sure he knows. If you're okay with allowing him to go, make sure you give him permission. And having that weight taken off his shoulders might allow him to stay longer. And I am very, very sorry for that. But I just feel him extremely tired, and not wanting to try. Not sure he wants to try much more.
You confirmed what she already feels, and she adds, "I need to talk to you." Jakari Thomas says thank you, and Howard says thanks. And with that, we should call it.
Yeah. Well, this week, Monday's not good.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or the other tomorrow, the next tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's Monday.
Tuesday, the next tomorrow.
Tuesday, I think it's very, depending on how cold it is, and depending how the roads
Snowy
are.
It is.
I think Tuesday's fine. It should be good. Wednesday, I have to be home in the afternoon. And that depends too on readings that come in.
Basically, just ring the bell for all notifications and stay tuned.
Yeah, no, I mean Jeanette. For Jeanette. So you know how to get hold of me and go out for coffee or something. Okay. Namaste. Namasko. And thank you so very much. It's been a pleasure. These have been really interesting questions. Some of them made me work a little harder than others. And the lawyer, I apologize for going all over the place till I found the right words. Okay. Bye.
Bye.